right, so we have a very cool guest today. It's GreenDragonBot, who is a Twitter shitpost extraordinaire. And I had to go back and look through all of your great tweets and edits, and they're fantastic. It's all RuneScape related memes and just like hilarious little edits of I loved your there's a few that really stood out to me. I loved the Ben Shapiro one you did with the rune scimitar. I
Thank
don't
you.
know how you got the audio mixing to make him say that. And then there's another one that like I was just scrolling for like I think like 10 whole minutes and just like watching all your stuff. And there's one where like someone throws like a rocket and you edited it to make it look like a Saradomin strike. And I was like, what is this guy okay? Like what the fuck happened? Like there's a huge explosion. I'm like, I want to know like the context of like all these videos after I
I
see
think
them.
that
But
one actually. I think he threw a rock at like a telephone wire or something.
Oh,
He like
wow.
threw
yeah,
some
yeah.
metal at it. Yeah, that
Hmm.
one. I don't even remember where I
That
found that video, but it immediately made. I don't know why. I just thought of that spell.
yeah, well, no, it looked like it. It's because it's like the lightning bolt coming from the sky. It looked like it was coming from the sky too. That's really funny. But welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you. I've been like seeing your memes pop up here and there, and I finally like took a deep dive and just like binged all of them. They're fantastic. So I gotta say, nice work, and like it's really cool to have like a different kind of content creator in the show. So welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, actually, I gotta say, Gizzy Gaza is the guy that recommended you of all people, like old school content creator that doesn't even do RuneScape stuff anymore. Is like, oh, you gotta check out this
Yeah.
Green Dragon Bot guy. So I checked him out. I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. And you've got like what tens of thousands of followers on Twitter, and then nothing on YouTube and Twitch, which is like nothing I've ever seen before. You've made your entire fan base through Twitter, which is amazing. And are you looking to get on to Twitch or YouTube at all, or are you just happy with Twitter?
I'm pretty happy with what I got. I have channels for both. I've done just some casual streams. I used to stream full time under a different name. Streaming just it didn't really work out for me.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
I had a hard time balancing the like full time stream schedule with real life stuff. So it's just something like every couple of months I'll boot up a stream just to do some fun stuff.
Oh, there you go. Do you have a channel that you want to plug or?
Yeah, it's just a Green Dragon Man. I'm in here. I can
Oh,
say
okay.
hi.
Oh, there you go.
Say hi in your
Hell yeah,
chat.
dude.
And yeah, YouTube. It's just I've like we were kind of talking about a little bit beforehand. They weren't doing a good job really pushing for these shorter videos for a long time. It felt like everything was like I remember for so long everyone was like, your videos have to be 10 minutes, has to be 10 minutes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And like yeah, and they're finally trying to push for the shorter videos. So I'm just kind of posting them there more so as like a catalog, so you don't have to like because I tweet a bunch of stuff that's not videos, and that way if you want to just see all my videos, there's a place that they're all on.
Yeah, it's good that you're getting into that. Hopefully you can get some paid for what you're doing because you've come up with some good stuff. What made you get into just kind of the shit posting that you do?
Because like I was mentioning, I used to stream under a different name. I used to play just Dark Souls only, and that was
Oh,
my
nice.
my game. I did Dark Souls like invasions and PvP and like soul level 1 challenge runs. Like I just played that game so much, and I kind of got into on my old Twitter account making like little memes because I did more YouTube stuff back then, and it was like just 10-minute videos because that was the thing back then. And then on top of that, I kind of got into making these shorter little videos for my Twitter, and they were performing really well, and I was just having fun making them. And then I was kind of getting to a point where I wasn't really streaming anymore. I didn't have time to make these big 10-minute videos, and I just had time to make these little videos. Because even those little videos, like you mentioned that Ben Shapiro one, I probably spent like 5-6 hours editing that 8-second video.
Yeah. It's really like good stuff. Like it's really well edited. So I believe it.
I just spend all my time making these like really fine-tuned short things instead of these big long things. Because even then, my YouTube videos that I would spend way too long making a 10-minute video.
Yeah, tell me about
it. And then I put it on YouTube and I'd get like 1,000 views, and that doesn't feel good because I just really want like people to see the things I'm creating.
Yeah.
Generally, like
Right.
That's great that you found that medium that works for you.
which is crazy too. So I put that Ben Shapiro video on TikTok expecting absolutely nothing, and it's actually got
Mhm.
like 588,000 views right
Oh my
now.
goodness. There you go.
Wow!
TikTok is what you want to do. That's the short video medium now.
That's a big
Yeah,
platform now. Yeah.
it's just crazy because
Nicely done.
I had about 200 subs on YouTube and TikTok. I put it on both platforms at the same time. It's got like 800 views on YouTube and almost 600,000 on TikTok. I don't
there you go.
I
Yeah.
don't know what the
Wow, dude.
difference is in their algorithm for like recommending things to people, but
I think
it's pretty
TikTok's a
nuts.
lot better for smaller people. Like I forgot who it was. We had a guest on a few weeks ago, and they were saying like TikTok will just recommend like person that has like 7 followers, like no problem. Where YouTube is like, okay, you've got to
I like
be a
the
big time
smaller
person
accounts.
before you
Yeah. Yeah.
get recommended, or whoever pays the
Yeah.
most probably for YouTube. But well, I got to ask you, what is the meaning of your name?
Well, so
Jason, you have to ask, man. I can't believe you don't know.
when I very first made my account, I was kind of doing this like ARG type story thing. Like the whole point of my Twitter originally is ultimately I wanted to make my little videos, but I kind of wanted like a character to go in the videos sometimes.
Mhm.
And that was going to be GreenDragonBot.
Oh, okay.
And I was doing this whole thing with like, oh, where's my family? Has anyone seen my family? King Lathis took my family. And it kind of spiraled into this whole thing. And like then all these people started making all these other Twitter accounts that were like Varrock Guard. Then there was like a King Rolled, a King Lathis, and then there was one that was like Charlie the Tramp, that guy who's around the corner here, the beggar.
Yeah,
And all these people were making all these like NPC accounts and trying to like, I don't know if they were like trying to involve themselves in the story or what, but I
probably.
didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with it. I thought it was entertaining, but a lot of people on Twitter started getting really annoyed at all of those accounts like popping up, which is fair. It's fair. Um, but I kind of quit with that whole storyline and stuff because I don't know. It wasn't being as well received towards the later end.
Yeah.
And when I made this account, I had absolutely zero connection to the RuneScape community at all. Like I said, I just did Dark Souls stuff.
Mhm.
So like all my friends were like Dark
Nice.
Souls YouTubers and streamers. And
Nice.
then RuneScape was just something I kind of played on the side. It's always been like a childhood game for me.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'll make some RuneScape videos. It'll be funny. And so, yeah, I had no idea what kind of world I was getting into or what. I didn't know who Settled was. I think the only, like, I knew who Chris Archie was from back in the day. I knew who Bodhi was. I had watched a couple of his streams. And, like, I think I had seen Lil Smokey's memes on my timeline. And, like, I think that was it as far as like RuneScape creators that I knew of when I first made my Twitter account.
Oh, well, what time did you start playing RuneScape then?
I started playing RuneScape in, I want to say it was like 2003.
Oh, wow. So you're
2000.
old school then. Yeah, that's way
Yeah,
back.
he's super old. My cousin introduced me when I was in like second grade. I
But,
was super young.
but you didn't get involved in the community until much later, or?
Not until like a year ago,
Oh,
like a year
really?
and a half ago.
Wow. Okay. So you
Yeah,
played very casually for a while, and then did you take a long break and then come back to it like a couple years ago?
I've taken all sorts of breaks.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That makes sense. And
kind of
then
come and go.
it wasn't until last year that you got involved on the Twitter stuff.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think it even says.
Yeah,
If
it says on the
look
Twitter.
at
I think it
my
was like
Twitter.
2019. That's why I was like kind of shocked. Like, wow, this guy's got like over 10,000
Yeah,
subs in just like
August
2 years.
August 2019. So like year and a half about.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I've just been having fun. I was doing like I was saying the like where's my family King Lathis stuff for a little bit, and like I was just leaving like funny replies to people, and like I thought they were funny. But then one day I left a reply to Belle Delphine, and she replied to it.
Oh.
And that got screenshotted and was like all over Reddit, and there was
Hey,
yeah, it
what'd
just
you
went all over
say?
the place. I don't even remember what I said. I think I posted a picture of like me standing in West Ardoyne, and I was like, "These people need a savior. They need help. Like King Lathis is lying to them about the plague. Blah blah blah." And
Oh, that's such a good bit. I love that so much.
she replied and said, "For one party hat, I could buy her as my RuneScape girlfriend." And that just got retweeted a
Ooh.
bunch by a bunch of people. I then, because I've replied to her, I followed up. I went to the Grand Exchange with the party hat, and I like replied,
I'm here.
and she never showed up.
Oh,
And so
I
that
got
whole
stood up, man.
I got
Damn,
stood up
rip,
by Bill
dude.
Delphine. Never forget. That whole interaction ended up like all over Facebook and stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
And so that really helped with the reason I've gotten the following I have in a short time.
Yeah, any other influences or people that you think kind of help push your popularity?
I'd say probably the second incident. There were two really.
There's another incident. I like
It
the
was
incident.
it was Belle Delphine, and then Elon Musk changed his location on Twitter to Trollheim.
Oh, really?
And
No way, dude.
What
I
did
took
you-
I took a screenshot of it and just tweeted out casually and tagged him, and I was like, "Do you play RuneScape?" And he replied with a winking emoji. That's
Oh
all he
my
said.
goodness.
And yeah, that again, all over Facebook, Reddit,
Oh wow.
everywhere.
How did I miss that
Goddamn,
one? I
dude,
missed
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
I think that was like July.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I didn't see that one. How did I
Yeah,
miss
it
that? I
pretty
swear I would
funny.
have seen that, yeah.
Even the old school RuneScape Twitter account like replied to his reply. To
Oh
me.
yeah, okay.
It
I
was
did
just-
see that because I remember RuneScape saying something to his winky face, and I didn't know what the winky face was about, and
Yeah.
Right.
vaguely remember that.
But as far as other people, like Jimmy followed me like really early into my account. He's been a long time. He's been really awesome. Just like
Yeah, he is.
since the
He's great.
beginning. I think he followed me when I had like 200 followers or something.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
yeah, he's been there the whole time. He's been super awesome. I love Lil Smokey. I talk to him pretty often about like we kind of bounce ideas back and forth with each other for short little memes.
Mhm.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone that I've met in the RuneScape community has been super supportive, really nice. Like, I just like talking about like content and ideas and stuff. Like, I like hearing what other people's ideas are for videos.
Oh yeah. Who do you say your favorite video makers are right now?
Probably Lil Smokey. I mean, that's just my dude. I love what he does.
Yeah, he's
Doc-
great. Yeah.
I don't know if he goes by Dr. Blunt anymore or just Blunt OSRS. But Dr. Blunt, Dr. Blunt's my guy. He does kind of these short little meme videos too. Like, I love what he's doing. And then let me make sure I get his name right. I just found this guy. He's kind of a newer dude. He's only got a couple of videos. Blobby Jelly
Blobby Jelly. I haven't
on
heard of that one.
YouTube.
I'll write
He's
that
doing
down.
again some
Oh.
short little meme posts. Like all these guys who are doing short little like 10-second RuneScape funnies. I love all of that shit.
That's great.
I googled blobby jelly and I'm getting all these like weird fast food reviews. What is this?
But yeah, I'm trying to think because I just really respect like the people who put a lot of time into like the video editing.
Yeah.
So I guess someone who doesn't do like meme posts really, but like Guns Chili, I really respect that guy's editing and like the time he puts into his videos. They're just really well crafted. 25 Buttholes.
Oh, I've heard of him.
another
Yeah, I've seen his videos.
Yeah,
just
everybody
lately.
Again.
really likes
Little funnies.
my buttholes.
Little
I have
RuneScape
to look
funnies.
'em up.
I gotta try to get 25 buttholes on. I watched some of his content. I put out a post on Twitter asking for like content
I
creators.
don't think he's ever done his voice.
Oh
He doesn't do
really?
his voice or his face.
Really?
No, yeah.
Really?
If you watch his videos, he does this little like robot voice.
Oh,
for-
you gotta give him a
all the
voice
nerds.
Oh,
disguiser
wait,
then.
have him on and maybe he'll
Yeah.
do the robot voice for the video.
Maybe. I don't know if it's one he does over his real voice or if it's like a text to speech thing, but yeah, that could be really
It
funny.
might be his brother doing the voice
Mhm.
for him. I've heard people have done that in the past.
Okay, all right. Who is that supposed to be referencing?
I have no idea. I've just heard that people might do that to hide their voice.
No, I've heard of them. I remember I was watching like the Golden Gnomes or something, and then the name 25 Buttholes came on, and I was like, who the fuck? Like this guy
Yeah,
is able to get away with having that as a Golden Gnome entry. That's great.
yeah. He got in on. I think he was submitted in like the art category too for some like he drew this
Yeah.
little picture. It was pretty funny.
I love the fact that you also played Dark Souls. Like seriously, that's I think that's my second favorite like franchise. I mean, you can't really call RuneScape a franchise, but
Well, Mass Effect.
RuneScape's been an all-time favorite. Yeah, Mass Effect as well. That's also on my top. But are you still playing that? Like, is it? I feel like it's a very like different game than RuneScape, which is why I'm always surprised to see people that are like big like Dark Souls or like Souls like game heads when they're also playing a game like RuneScape. I'm like, how do you balance the two? Both of them require so much time and energy that like I feel like you can only play one or the other at a time.
It really depends. I mean, there's always something AFK you can do on RuneScape while you're playing it, like literally any other game. But it's
That's true.
definitely there has been some serious overlap that's been noticed. Um,
Really,
like going into some Dark Souls guys, like Sunlight Blade plays RuneScape. Um,
really.
Zero Lenny plays RuneScape. Um,
Hmm.
Inferno Plus plays RuneScape,
I didn't
and
know
just
that. Huh?
yeah, a lot of these guys. It's weird. The community. There's definitely an overlap. I don't know why the games are not similar at all. I mean, you
Yeah,
could
I know.
definitely
That's what I'm.
find things that you could find
It's a
comparisons,
video
but the games
game.
are
That's all you
very
need.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, I got. It.
but
That's yeah.
a lot of what I was doing in Dark Souls would be like kind of what people do with like PvP builds in RuneScape is make like wacky little builds, like really specific
Yeah.
builds. And I would make these builds as like make them as strong as possible at as low of level as possible. And so I'd be like level
That's yeah.
15 and invading people and just being the worst.
Hmm. Well, it's literally like what you do in RuneScape too. Is like trying
Which
to make your pure. Yeah.
yeah, I've never been able excuse me. I've never been able to get into PvP in RuneScape at all. I don't know why. I've I have like one kill at Last Man Standing, I think. I played like 3 games to try it out. But
Better than
I
us. Yeah.
yeah, I loved PvP in Dark Souls. It was my bread and butter. It was the whole reason I played the game. It was everything about the
Mhm.
content I made at the time. And in RuneScape,
Mm.
that is not the case at all.
Yeah, I mean it's two different playing fields. I feel like the Dark Souls PvP is so like consequential where like there's nothing really at stake, but like I just feel like ever since I was like a kid because I played this game from such like an early age, like the wilderness is so ingrained as like this place that I should always stay away from. Like it's like the bad part of town or something where like you're like just I would just never go there because like I don't know what I'm doing and like I would get my ass beat so quickly and lose all my stuff. So different in Dark Souls because you're just like, oh, I'll just like give it a shot, and if I die, I die, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you lose all your stuff if you die in Dark Souls?
You drop your souls.
Oh, okay. But it's not like you lose all your equipment that you've like saved up
No.
3 years for. Okay.
No,
That's
no,
probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember it was the same way. I've never actually played Dark Souls, but like World of Warcraft was the same way. Like if you died in PvP, it's like no big deal. Yeah, like kept all your
Yeah.
equipment and stuff like that.
You
So
just lose like a little money or
yeah,
it would be
exactly.
like your equipment would degrade or something.
Yeah, yeah. So that was it. But in like RuneScape, it felt like you're losing like 3 years worth of work if
yeah,
you
exactly.
wandered out in the wild and got slaughtered. So I was like, same thing. I'd be
Yeah.
like hand over the teleport button if I saw like any sort of like hint of a person in the wild just to get out of there.
And I think too the thing with just PvP these days is like the guys who are still around and out there in the wilderness, like PKing. There's such like there's a high skill ceiling. I feel like
Yeah.
for RuneScape PvP, and like the
Mhm.
skill gap between me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing and some guy who's like one tick swapping his whole gear set and just like
Oh no! Oh
destroying me.
no!
Yeah, and then like the whole spell, like the like they know the whole spell lock and stuff like that, and switch all their equipment,
Yeah.
and like you're saying, one tick, swapping between like range and magic, and just freezing you in place. And you're just sitting there like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Buy equipment.
Right,
See you
right.
later. So As far as your the tweets that you've put out and the content that you've created, did you say is there any like kind of high point or one that you're really proud of or one that got like the most recognition?
Uh, I mean, this Ben Shapiro one's doing pretty good right now. I just uploaded the one I've pinned, that Casey Frey video I posted did
Oh,
pretty
I love
good.
that one too. Yeah.
Um,
They're all so good. Yeah. Sorry.
you're all good. I posted one. It was like I think it was just like that cat jam video, and it was just like to flute salad, and like I slapped that video together in like 30 minutes, and that one
Mhm.
performed really well.
Oh, that's great. You said you started this game 10 years ago. You didn't do any content creation up until maybe a couple of years ago?
Yeah, not until I made this Twitter account. I made one because I did Dark Souls stuff and I
Mhm.
played this game kind of passively. I did make one RuneScape video on my Dark Souls channel, but it was all Dark Souls related. It
Mhm.
was just kind of going through because there's a bunch of Dark Souls references in this game actually, and it was just
What?
kind of going through all of those. I mean, we've got
Okay,
Solaire.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch that.
We've got Solaire
You
in
got
the Hosidius Castle. He's standing on the
I didn't know that.
second floor balcony. You've got Solaire. I forget what they changed his name to, but it's very clearly Solaire. And then that
Yeah.
the whole Forthos dungeon has the like praise the sun, Sunbro Covenant symbols everywhere.
Mhm. That's
Um,
cool.
there's a bonfire at Wintertot. The blacksmith at the Myths Guild, his name is an anagram for Andre, which is Andre the blacksmith.
Oh, no way. Yeah,
Uh,
that's
the
cool.
the twin gargoyle fight that you ring a bell for is very much a Dark Souls thing. Yeah, there's a
Huh.
bunch.
See, I don't even know half the stuff that you're talking about in RuneScape because I just
We're pretty
I
much stuck
haven't
in the
played
free to play area. We haven't wandered too much
Yeah.
outside of
I
because
know, yeah. Level 56
I'm
and
just
71 over here. You guys are
Yeah.
noobs.
we used to play like 10 years ago. So anything that's like new content, we're like
Yeah,
deathly afraid of. We don't want to touch it because we don't know we might wander into a PvP
yeah.
area and not know it. So we
I would
pretty much
own you in RuneScape 3 though.
yeah.
My main is so much stronger, dude.
I played a lot of RuneScape 3 as well. My account's almost maxed in RuneScape 3. I
Oh,
just don't
really?
really
Oh, fuck.
play that as much.
You prefer
Because
old school?
well, yeah, like I was saying, so I played for a long time, and I played throughout the removal of free trade, and I played through the return of free trade, played through the evolution of
Mhm.
combat, the to RuneScape 3, all of that, and I think it was like
Oh, you're
2013 or
stronger
so.
than most. You
Yeah,
made it through
I-
the
there was a
EOC.
lot of good content in those years. I think I quit for EOC for a little bit, like maybe like a year or two, and then I came back.
Mhm.
But yeah, I played in RuneScape 3, and I think I quit in like 2013, 2014. And then it was like 2017. I was like, I want to get on RuneScape. It's been like 3 years. And I went to
Yeah.
boot it up, and it said my account had been banned.
Oh
And I
no,
was
for
like,
what?
what?
Like
For botting.
for Green Dragon
Which
botting.
yeah, which I
Of
didn't
course.
do. And what's crazy is it was like June, I think, when I was trying to get on,
Mhm.
and it said I had been banned in May. It was like 2 weeks. It was so weird. I was like, I want to play RuneScape. My account had been banned 2 weeks ago, and I had no
Oh, that's
idea.
weird. Did you figure out what
Yeah,
happened there, or was it like somebody
it
hacked your
just
account or?
it got hacked. It got botted
Oh,
on. It
okay.
got banned. I was able to get it unbanned after a bit of pestering at Jagex for like 2 years.
Did you go to the
Like
office themselves and like stand outside the window knocking
I
on it?
did. I blasted Sea Shanty 2 out of my boombox
I was
out
gonna say
the
you had a
window
boombox on your head,
and
holding that up.
yeah,
No way.
until they unbanned me. But no, I just did through the regular like appeal process. I had to do it a couple times, and they eventually agreed that there was a period of unusual activity on the account, and they unbanned it. And I even said in my thing, because my RSN Nerda, I lost that. That was on the banned account, and I was like, I just want my name back. Give me my name. Um, but so when my account got banned, because that didn't get resolved right away, I still wanted to play RuneScape. And I had a couple friends who were playing old school. I still had my old friends who were playing RuneScape 3. I wasn't quite sure what to do. And I figured, like, if I was going to restart from scratch, I knew what was in RuneScape 3. I didn't want to restart and just go through all of that again.
Yeah.
Figured if I was going to start fresh, I'd do it in old school. And so here I am.
It looks like you played quite a bit. You're up to 114. That's not too shabby. I mean, it's much better than I don't even know what I'm. I'm like,
Yeah,
up
I've
to
done.
56. Yeah, that's a lot better than me.
I think
But
the only like high level. I haven't done the Inferno, but I've got a pretty good fight cave kill time. It's under 30 minutes that I worked. Not too hard to get, but it was a little bit of learning how to do the fight caves quickly.
yeah,
And I
I
just got my first Theater of Blood kill count like 3 days ago. Raids 2. I got carried super hard, but it was fun to learn.
maybe during the streaming portion, everybody can take me on a tour on the new content side of RuneScape because I haven't even been over there. We should all take a field trip over there and
Yeah.
broaden our
Field
horizons
trip.
a little bit.
There you go.
Like the teacher, everybody pile into the school bus, and then the teacher will show us the new part of RuneScape here.
Yeah, and so I saw that you took a break from like content for a little while, it seems.
Yeah, like 10 years or so. No,
Were you
I've
still
been
playing? I was just gonna say, were you still playing RuneScape
no,
like
well,
in the meantime?
so the funny thing was with me, I probably stopped playing RuneScape right around the time I started getting flown out to Jagex to be like in RuneFest and things like that. I kind of got burned out. I was just making videos all the time, and I had to deal with like a lot of garbage in my like clan chat and just people hating on videos and things like that. So I was getting really burned out. But I didn't want to like I still like making the videos and talking to people and things like that. So I just wasn't playing the game that much. So I would essentially by like 2010 or 2011, I'd quit RuneScape. I was just coming back to make the videos. And then I think I quit sometime in there too. We had a guy that was like actually a sexual predator that was in my videos, and I felt really bad about that and took a small break for like a couple months because I didn't, I just, I didn't sit well with me. So then after that, I came back for a little bit, made a few more videos, and I just wasn't into it. So I quit one more time and then went over to Minecraft for a little bit because everybody else had jumped over to Minecraft and was making huge amounts of
Oh yeah.
subscribers doing that. So, and they were all coming to me saying, dude, you got to do Minecraft now. That's where it's at. So I still kind of wanted to do my RuneScape, but it was like there was no following there, I guess, and everybody else was getting big on Minecraft. So I jumped over there, and plus all my friends were over there anyway. So I did
Yeah.
that for a while. And then it was just becoming too much work. I didn't like it after all. So like 2015, I think I quit altogether. And it wasn't until the pandemic, Kyle came to me and was like, you should be doing a podcast or something like that. It'll be a lot of fun. We can talk about all the RuneScape with all these old content creators. And so like this last, what is it? It's almost 6 months now. We've been doing these podcasts and
Nice.
doing pretty good, getting back into it. Playing the game. I've casually been playing the game, I think, since I don't know, maybe I pretty much when we started the podcast, I jumped back in and started leveling. So we've been laughing because I'm like you can see me in like red dragon hide right now. I
Yeah.
was in leather when we started the podcast. I've been slowly leveling up the range level, playing on the side. So it's been kind of an evolution of Excel's body armor during these podcasts. We'll see how it goes, but yeah,
Yeah, nice.
been fun. I mean, getting into the game again a little bit. Probably not hardcoring it. I'm definitely not like sweating it too much, but
Yeah, I don't either, and that's the thing too. Is like, so I don't know if I'd ever like stream this game full time because I still play this game pretty casually for the most part because I'm not doing any like I'm not doing like a YouTube series on the evolution of my character. Or
Mhm.
I'm not doing anything like that. It's just especially so. Do you guys use RuneLight?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Actually,
So
I that somebody opened up
I
my world to that a few weeks ago. I've been on there ever
yeah,
since.
it's really good for a lot of gameplay things for sure, but there's three things in particular. There's a plugin called Entity Hider. I can hide myself, I can hide NPCs, I can hide other characters if
Oh,
there's like a bunch of people in an area where I want to get a shot.
oh,
There's a detached camera mod which you can fly around with a camera.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
wait, wait, what?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, I
Really?
know. I bet I'm
I gotta
Yeah,
get that
blowing,
one.
yeah.
Hold on.
bet I'm blowing your mind right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I might get into video making again if this is the case.
Yeah, you're gonna get this guy out of
It's
retirement.
basically it gives you the same controls and functionality as the Orb of Oculus from RuneScape 3.
Oh, nice. Because I thought you had to get
And
that in the game, and they were only giving it to limited people. If they've got the mod for that in Rune Light, heck,
that is
I'm good.
true, but they've got the plugin which does the same thing, so you don't need it.
Oh,
And then
nice.
they've also got a green screen plugin,
Oh my
which
gosh,
makes
what?
a whole green screen that surrounds your character and it tracks your movement and
Oh
everything
my
too.
gosh, really?
And just those 3 resources alone make creating RuneScape content just like I feel like the options are endless.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Yeah, I might have to return the video. Astrodube's like, I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, I remember back in our day when it was like it was like an industry secret. It's like trying to figure out how to get that up-facing camera angle. You remember that shit,
Oh
Jason?
yeah. Well, Chisel like cracked the code or something like that because he figured if you get somebody else to like dress as you, and then you stand in the background and like turn into a rock behind like a hill that like
Yeah.
was enough to hide behind, or a tree or something like that, you get the person to be like up in front of the camera. And then if you get out with like the right, you had to like turn your video settings down so you couldn't see grass or anything like that. And you can get enough of a green screen with the grass, with the person in the foreground, that you could like take a picture of them. Something like that. It was like crazy stuff. Like I remember having to specifically design my house so that I had like a long strip of green grass with no grass, turn that off in the detail options. And then you could turn yourself into a rock. So the person would stand in front of you so that you couldn't be seen, but they were like in the foreground of your camera. And then you can green screen them and then use that like 2-second clip of green screen just to do something like have them running through like Falador with a flyby or something like that. It was like crazy stuff that you had to do back in the day. But
Yeah, definitely. Cause that's kind of like the stuff I was trying to do at first when I first started doing this.
oh my gosh, yeah.
And then yeah, I had a couple people help me out
Like,
and
dude,
turned me
third
they're like, no,
third
no, no.
party. Yeah, exactly.
And all this stuff is approved by Jagex, so you're not gonna get banned for using
Yeah,
it.
that's the other thing too is
Great.
they're
Yeah.
actually like, you know what, screw it, go ahead, use that stuff. We're tired of placing it. Where in our days is like if you even breathed on one of those forums, they would ban you for life. So you can think about it.
Which yeah, here, I just sent you 2 images Excel.
On
Just to show
Discord? Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, you can see just the detached camera
Oh
and the
my
green screen
gosh.
took
God,
2
that's
seconds to do that.
beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm depressed now.
I know.
Welcome to the future, buddy.
Yes, I'm in the future now. Looking at the future. It's amazing. You got the bright green screen. Like we had, our green screen was basically the color of grass, which was like a dull color of grass.
So that's what I was doing
Yeah.
when my first couple videos I did, I was using if you go to your house, like, and then you walk out into the grass, and then you just like aim the camera a certain way and make sure you just get grass in the background, and you'd make like a green screen.
Yeah.
Or I'd go use that big hill by
Barrows.
the Barbarian Outpost.
Oh,
Is
Barbarian.
that up where like the fishing spot and like the whirlpool is? That like really steep hill. I would use that as like a background.
Oh,
green
I haven't heard of
screen.
that one before. That's a new one.
So, and then someone was like, "Dude, there's literally just a plugin."
Do you know how resourceful people were in the old days? Now it's the kids just have it easy these days.
I know.
Oh yeah, just slap on the green screen. We're done. We had to work for our shots if we wanted shots. It was work to do it. This is why we're all burned out and don't make RuneScape videos now.
Yeah.
We had to do stuff like that.
Dark Souls had a lot of really similar stuff too, because they had you could just turn the HUD off, and then they had an item that was binoculars,
Mhm.
and then it was basically
Oh,
you would just use the binoculars, and you could get some really nice up close shots of things. And so a lot of my friends would do like Dark
Mhm.
Souls skits and memes and stuff like that, which is
Wow.
again kind of how I got into it too.
it's crazy. I had no idea that there was even a way to do that in like another like that feels like the early days of like RuneScape video making, like all the hacky workarounds, and like it's only taken us 10 years to get to a spot where we actually have proper resources. And it's not even thanks to Jagex, it's because of the community.
Yeah.
I know.
We had to twist arms just to get the Orb of Oculus out back in, well, that was like probably a year or two in the making as well. Because I had, like, when me and the Noob Show went there, we had like begged them basically when we were visiting with them, like when they're asking, "Is there anything you guys need?" We're like, "Yes, we need a movable camera so we can do third person shots."
Yeah.
And then like a year and a half later, it
Mhm.
finally came out. But yeah, it was helpful. I got to ask you though. So you're doing the Twitter stuff now. I'm curious, is that like exactly what you want to be doing? If there was something that you could do, content creation wise, would you do it? Like if I asked this a lot to the other guys, I could guarantee you 1 million subs if you could do whatever you would want. What is it that you'd like kind of want to do?
I'd probably just keep making the type of content I'm making, even on a different platform. I
Mhm.
like Twitter because I can do a mix of like, because sometimes it's not even like the videos that do big numbers. Like sometimes I'll just have like a random thought and like it just performs pretty well.
It's
Like
not
there's
even a
one in
picture, it's
particular.
just a quote.
I'm scrolling really quick to find it because I want to get the wording right. But I was literally sitting on the toilet. I have
This is where the
no
best
idea.
thinking
Yeah,
occurs.
best things. But I have no idea what had me have this thought. But I just tweeted it, and it was like, yeah, it was like 1,300 likes, something. Yeah, I said everything I know about the UK I learned from RuneScape.
That's true.
It's facts. Feel like YouTube, TikTok, like no other platform gives you the ability to just
Say
like
random stuff.
send out poop thoughts, basically.
Poop. That honestly should be a YouTube channel. Is poop thoughts. It's the stuff that you come up while sitting on the toilet. It's called poop thoughts.
Doesn't need to be a YouTube channel. We have a whole. That's what he's saying. We have a whole website for that already.
That's Twitter.
Twitter,
That's
dude.
true. That's true. So have you said you've been playing since 2003. I'm just curious. Have you been to RuneFest or anything before?
I have not, just because again, always been something super casual. I knew RuneFest existed,
Mhm.
but again, I watched like back in the day. I was familiar with like Silent Core,
Oh, there you go.
Nightmare RH,
There's some names.
Chris Archie. I watched some guy, Uncle's Monkey or Monkey's Uncle. I don't Uncle's Monkey.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, something weird like that.
It was
Uncle Monkey.
man. I feel like that's not right, but anyway, I'll move on.
Uncle Zunky. Uncle Zunky.
Uncle Zunky. Yes, I was like, it's not the right phrase. It's off. Yes. Yeah, I just watched some like, and all of those guys, the type of content they didn't do like. I mean, I did watch like Noob Show, which did like skits.
Yeah.
But a lot of the content I watched, it was literally like loot from 100 hours of blah blah blah. You'll never believe what I got. Oh. Like loot from 100 Jads. You'll never guess I got 100 fire capes.
So, as far as other video games, you say you play a lot of Dark Souls. Do you play anything else outside of RuneScape and Dark Souls?
Yeah, I actually, me and I've got a Discord, and a lot of us in there. We all play GTA.
Oh, Kyle's
Oh, hell yeah.
that, yeah.
Just classic, just fun game. I don't really make any content with GTA at all. It's just like I think it's important to have like a cozy game that you just like don't have to worry about getting clips or something funny's gonna happen. I need to record that or just anything.
Yeah.
And like for a long time, that was for me. That was RuneScape, but it's not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it still kind of is because generally the type of content I make, I sometimes will post videos of like in-game stuff. But for the most part, it's like I'm grabbing pieces here and there to make something. And with that, it's not really like I need to worry about clipping something while I'm playing. I can generally just focus on what I'm doing and do whatever while I'm playing. And then, yeah, I'll turn on the entity hider and the detached camera and get all these angles and then get to work and start editing on something. And I don't know about you guys. I find editing really just fun and relaxing. And like, I have a couple buddies that I like to, well, because I didn't find it fun and relaxing when I was making big, long 10-minute videos.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
an
true.
ungodly amount of time on. Like when I'm just tweaking with something small, and especially like masking stuff out, because I'll get green screens for the majority of my stuff. I'll find a green screen because masking stuff out is awful.
Right.
But even that, like the masking out for that Ben Shapiro, maybe like 4 hours for just like 9 seconds.
Man.
It
Yeah.
just
Wow.
it
Yeah, I was
takes
gonna
so long.
say,
Sounds
yeah,
familiar.
that did
Yeah.
not look easy. Yeah.
But I think it's worth it, and like I uploaded that green screen too. I think that's a pretty good format. I'm hoping some people make some memes, especially because mine.
hmm
I'm gonna double check. I bet it's got 600K on TikTok now, which is just so silly to me.
This is something I like to ask a lot of our guests. Is like, is this might be like a stretch, but like I'm curious if you found a way to make it work. But like, do you see this becoming like content creation or video making, editing in your future as far as career goals? I wanted to. It's a lot of these people that we have on have like Patreons, things like that. But like, since your primary medium is like Twitter and like TikTok, I'm like, I don't know if you're able to make any money off of that, unless I'm totally wrong.
Um, I can and I can't. It really depends. I haven't made a Patreon. I've thought about it.
Not a bad idea. Yeah.
I don't ever really stream on Twitch, but I've still got a couple like Twitch subscribers, and like I've got a donation link on Twitch that people will hit up sometimes, not super
hmm
often. But I've been paid to edit videos for people before, which is pretty common. Especially with the type of videos I get asked to edit, I generally don't mind
Yeah.
slapping like getting paid an hourly to throw together like a Twitch highlight or something for someone that only takes like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I don't know if I'll always do like RuneScape stuff necessarily, but I really like editing with videos. It might maybe not even be for like myself if I because I have applied for like some editing jobs. I haven't gotten anything like traditional, rather to say, but like I've
hmm
edited just some odd jobs for YouTubers here and there. I
Yeah.
would take an
Yeah.
editing job if it was like comfy enough for me, but for the most part, I'm just happy doing something for me because
Are you going to school to learn any of this stuff, or do you have like another job that is making your normal income, or are you looking to make this kind of a full time thing? We've had lots of people on there looking to like do Twitch stuff like full time. That's how they get paid.
yeah,
But do you have any?
yes and no, because like obviously it would be nice to just like get paid to do something that you love to do,
Right.
but at the same time, I feel like once you start getting paid to do it, you kind of don't love it as much
That's
anymore,
very, very true.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
and it's like it's very much just like I don't know, it's like a relaxation thing for me, I
Mhm.
guess. Like it's like a hobby. It's just something I enjoy. I like making my posts. If I could figure out a good way to make it work where I was still happy and getting paid to do it. Because I've even thought about doing like I don't know if you guys are familiar with internet comment etiquette. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels. He does not
Oh.
do RuneScape stuff at all. But
hmm
he uploads whole videos sometimes where it'll just be like 3 minutes, and the whole 3 minute video is just an ad for like NordVPN or some shit. And but they're like really well written and really entertaining and really funny. And I'm sure he gets paid a bunch of money to make because it's like it's not just like oh we'll slip an ad in your video. It's like
He
the
makes it the
video is
video.
an ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole video is an ad for you, and
Wow.
he gets the same sponsors back in every video. And like I think doing stuff like that would be really funny. Like
Yeah.
they haven't hit me up. I've debated on reaching out to them. Like even like just a funny what are they called? Raids Shadow Legends. Like, hey, would you guys let me do like a RuneScape skit for
Yeah.
your game? Like I'd upload that. It'd be funny. I could make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely just like a hobby thing, just something I like to do to relax.
Well, it's working. You're doing well with it.
Yeah, because ultimate goal, I'm just happy people are like watch the videos I make. Because like I was saying, when I was doing Dark Souls stuff, I did pretty well on Twitch. I got up to like I think I had like 4,000 followers on Twitch,
That's pretty good.
and
I wouldn't
I did
complain
pretty
with
good
that.
with
Yeah.
like Yeah, no, definitely. I was, I think at like my peak, I was having like 70 concurrent viewers at a time. Like, I
Wow,
was doing pretty
that's
good. I was
partners
getting
right there.
not back then. It was weird.
Oh,
Yeah, this was like 2016, and they were asking you to have like 500 concurrent
oh my
viewers for
goodness.
partnership back then, and affiliate wasn't a thing. So yeah,
They realize that
it's fun.
small
It's
time
fun
people
back then.
making money still makes them money. So they're like, you know what, we're just gonna lower that. It
No,
doesn't matter. Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, I'm just happy people are watching my videos because when I was doing that stuff, I would spend like 20, 30 hours editing a 10-minute video
Oh
or
yeah.
and yeah, they would get like 1,000 views, which again, I was just happy people were watching stuff I was creating, but it's super demotivating.
Yeah,
And
that it
especially
is.
at the time, like when I was doing Dark Souls stuff in like 2016, there were all these channels like if you could ask any of the Dark Souls guys, like Fighter PL, just notorious, just like very low effort content. And dude was just getting like millions of views on his videos in 2016. And like me and a lot of my other Dark Souls friends who were putting like some serious effort into our videos were all just like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
Like,
surprising how some people take off like that too. Because I've even
yeah,
seen that
it's
with like the
really,
current Twitch streamers. Like you go to the ones that have like 2K followers or 2K watchers, and you watch them, they're just sitting there like not even talking to the stream. They're just playing the game,
I know,
and
and
people
it
that are
just
sitting there like
depends.
totally engaging, or they have like 10 followers. So it's hit or miss. It's so weird how some people get views and other people don't.
Yeah, it really depends if you get like scooped up by the algorithm or not, I guess.
Yeah,
But
maybe that could be it.
important thing to of this story though was mentioning is that guy was getting millions of views for his shitty videos. Uh, that guy now gets like 5,000 views on his shitty videos,
Oh, it's coming
and
down.
all my friends who were complaining about not getting views now get a bunch of views, and all their old content that hardly got views now has a bunch of views on it. So
That's good. At least
don't
things
worry
are,
about what other people are doing is the
yeah.
important thing.
Just do what you
Yeah.
like, and then if people come around, it works. So Kyle, sorry, I can't talk anymore. We're at the top of the hour now. Is there anything else that you want to bring up?
Nothing I really have. I mean, can you even understand the words that I'm saying? Am I still
Sort
robot-y?
of, you're
My internet.
Sounding a
kind
little
of
robot-y.
roboty, but you're okay. We can
All
understand
right.
the
Well,
words coming out of your
I
mouth
don't.
anyway.
I don't got anything.
Cool. Well, that pretty much wraps up the podcast portion of our program today. I thank you again for coming on, GDB. It was nice talking to you. You're welcome to stay while we do the streaming portion, which is usually just us hanging around doing whatever. Like I said, we might just take a tour of the new content if somebody wants to do this.
Yeah, I might hang out for a little bit.
But thanks again. And next week, I don't know who we're going to have on next week. I'm trying to get Paul Gower, of all people. I've actually talked to him on Twitter a few times, and he's considering. I've submitted a list of questions to him. He's reviewing it right now, and he might come back and let us know if he'll come on for an interview.
Yeah.
So maybe Paul Gower. I've got Aunt Venom, of all people, too. 2 weeks after that, he was busy next week, but he can come on 2 weeks from now. So we got hopefully a good lineup coming on. But until then, have a good week, guys, and we'll see you next week.